Hey guys, welcome back to the Smalls RV Adventures. This week we're going to go over 5 boondocking tips for you for this summer, this camping season. The first tip we're going to go over is power. You're going to have a source of power when you're out boondocking with no hookup. During operating hours, during the day, we use the Champion open frame inverted generator. This is not an industrial generator. This is an inverted generator. It has 4,000 starting watts and 3,500 running watts. We use this to power up our electronics and our batteries. Having a generator is key when you're boondocking, especially if you're out there for a long period of time. Sometimes the sun is not going to be enough if you have solar. You're going to need something on the cloudy days to get your batteries back up to where they need to be so you can enjoy the camping experience. Portable power stations are going to be your best friend when it comes to boondocking, because when the generator hours are over, you can plug in your RV or your devices into these portable power stations and enjoy your camper just as if you were connected to shore power or a generator. We've used these on all of our long distance trips, and trust me, it's a game changer to have these portable power stations. They're the same as the lithium ion batteries connected with inverters and solar panels. These things work exactly the same. They have everything built inside, and you can plug in many things in your RV straight into the portable power station, and it will work just as if you were connected to shore power. Remember to bring gasoline. You can use portable containers to transport gasoline, or approved portable container to transport your gasoline so that you can refill your generator. Gasoline is going to be key. Many times we have gasoline stored, whether it's inside the inverted generator or is inside our storage containers. We always use stabilizer for the gasoline because gas does not have a long shelf life. But with gas stabilizer, you will be able to store your gas for a long period of time. We've used these fuel stabilizers for years, and let me tell you, let's say it's off season and you're not going to be using that gasoline that's in your storage container or in your generator or any other gas powered device you have. With the fuel stabilizer in it, when you come back the next season and you're using it, it will power right back up. Now, we camp all year, so especially in the winter, if we're somewhere that doesn't have hookups, or we're traveling and we're on the rest area somewhere, there's no hookup and it's cold. So we need something to give this RV power, to power our electric heaters and to power our furnace to blow out the heat. And this fuel stabilizer is awesome because it gives power to our generator. It keeps that gas inside of there fresh and ready to go. Always remember to bring extra propane, especially if you're going to be out boondocking for a long period of time. We love to take with us 2 20-pound propane tanks that's attached to the front of the RV. We also take an additional 20-pound tank just in case. You never know, we may need it. And we also take a bunch of the 1-pound propane cans. One great thing to have is the 1-pound to the 20-pound adapter so that you can hook up your grill or any other propane needing device to the larger tank. In the cold weather, even though it's getting warmer outside, it may get colder, and you want to have this to attach the 20-pound propane tank to your heating devices or your cooking devices. On those chilly days when I don't want to run the furnace, or let's say we're not hooked up and we can't use the generator during the day, I will hook up my Buddy heater to that 1-pound or 20-pound adapter and hook it up to a 20-pound propane tank, and it blows heat for a long time and it doesn't use that much. Hooking up to that 20-pound tank using the adapter, and you can last maybe a week, but you're not going to use it that long because it's warm weather. But it's just something great to have, and we take it with us wherever we go. We don't use it much, but it's nice to know that it's there if we do want to use it. Before you go on your trip, you want to make sure your propane is full. So the best thing to do is that the propane that you're using in the front of the RV, the one that's using, you want to take that on and refill it. If you pick it up and you know that it has propane in there, they have multiple propane filling stations. Some campgrounds have it. I don't depend that much on the campgrounds because I noticed a lot of times when I go, they're out of order. So I usually take it to a boathouse or any other propane filling station. Even Walmart, they have the exchange program, and I would just go exchange it to get a full tank so that I know I have what I need for my family. We're going back to generators again. You have to be aware of the hours that you're able to operate the generator. Soon we'll be going away. We're going to be staying in a campground, but it's packed. It's right by the beach. They had no vacancies. So we called in. We said, we don't need hookups. So we're going to be staying in like a tent location. Hopefully there's not a lot of tents there, but even if there are, we don't mind. We'll share our electricity. You have to be aware of the hours that you're allowed to use your generator. Again, while you're using your generator, you want to recharge all your devices. Your power stations, you want to plug them in, have them recharging, your phones, everything that you use electricity at night, you want to have it plugged in during the day while the generator is running so that you recharge everything so you have it during the night. The most important thing charging is the battery attached to the RV because that's what gives your fridge power. The fridge doesn't take that much power, but it will last you through the night until you cut the generator back on. And remember, these fridges, they're like coolers. So even if your battery runs really, really low, this freezer is just like a cooler. Your things will stay fresh and cold inside until you're able to recharge again. But your battery is going to last. This battery is going to last like maybe 2 or 3 days without being plugged into anything. Remember, fill your fresh water tank when you get close to your destination. Many times at your destination, they may have water. Where we're going, they have water. We just don't have it at the site that we're going to be in because it's just a boondock site, no hookup. But they do have water there. So once we get there, we fill up our fresh water tank. So you don't want to travel with a full fresh water tank. Some RV manufacturers say that you can. We saw so many accidents happening with people traveling with their freshwater tanks or other tanks full. That's when everything collapses on the bottom and you see everything on the floor, their underbelly, everything on the ground on the highway. That's what happens when you travel with full tanks. It's extra pressure, extra bumps, and all of that pressure sometimes is going to snap whatever is holding those things in place. It's just the rule of gravity. So it's better to travel with nothing in your tanks and full up as close as to your destination as possible, or when you get to your destination. This will help prolong the life of your tanks. We also travel with several of these water containers here. You can pick them up at Walmart. Online, they're a little more expensive. I usually go to Walmart and they're a lot cheaper. But we travel with a couple of these, especially when we're boondocking. These things will help you where you don't have to move your RV so much when it's time to get water again. You can just refill your fresh water tank with one of these and it works just fine. This is a 7-gallon water container. We have 2 of these and we have a 40-gallon tank. So we usually will fill up our fresh water tank with a hose when we get close to the destination or at the destination. And then we will fill 2 of these 7-gallon water containers and we can top off our fresh water tank as needed. You're going to want to pack plenty of food. Food is key when you're boondocking. We always carry plenty of food because you never know how long you're going to be out there, or if something happens, an emergency and you're stranded, you're going to want to have food. So non-perishable food is great. We pack up everywhere in this RV that we can, any available space with non-perishable food that we can cook at any time. But you're going to need water to cook that food most of the time. So make sure you have water too. The food in the freezer is also good. Food in the fridge, also good. We make sure that we have everything packed up. Now, we're a big family of 7 and a dog. So we make sure we have the dog's food packed up. We have all of our food packed up. so that we can stay out longer. Remember, pay close attention to your tank levels when you're boondocking. This is how much longer you'll be able to stay out if your tanks, your freshwater tank stays full, and your holding tanks, that's your black and your gray tanks, stays under the capacity. That determines how long you can stay out. Thankfully, our next trip is going to be in a campground. So if our tanks do full, the holding tanks for the black and the gray, we do have a 32-gallon Rhino water tote where we can empty our tanks, where we don't have to take the whole RV, and we can stay out even longer. I hope these tips helped you. We had to learn, and we watched other YouTubers to learn as we went along. But now, we're seasoned. We're not pros, we're still learning, but we're seasoned. And I'm trying to share my knowledge with you guys. This is a great experience. Once you get everything in order, you will have a blast. When you first start, you're going to have some hiccups, so it's best to take shorter trips closer to home, just in case anything happens. You know, you can get back home or you can get whatever you need. The more comfortable you get, the further out you can go into the nature. And believe me, it is awesome, that freeing feeling where you can disconnect, go off grid, and still have all the amenities of home. It is great. It's a nice feeling, but it comes with time and it comes with experience, and you get the experience by trying. If you make a mistake or you have a hiccup, don't worry. That's all on a learning curve. It happens to all of us. Even the best seasoned RVers, we still go through problems. And I'm saying I'm still learning myself. If you guys like this content, please hit that like button. We also love reading comments. Write a comment. Just say hello. Anything. We respond to every comment that we get on the channel, and we love reading them. If you're stuck around this long, please consider subscribing. We make these videos very often, and this is a helping channel. We do go out for our adventures, but most of the things we do is help other people, new RVers, seasoned RVers, and it's great. And for you new RVers, you know something that's great? The seasoned RVers learn from you, because with all this new technology coming out, you new RVers are going to know more than what the seasoned RVers know. So you can share that knowledge. You can make your own YouTube channel just to educate the seasoned community, because everyone learns from everyone. That's all I got for you this week, folks. Remember, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy yourselves, everybody.